Dialogue between Kiev and Ukraine's southeast, which he believes is the key way out of crisis, adding that Washington is used to blaming Russia when the situation's in deadlock. The Russian leader's comments came after meeting his Swiss counterpart, who's also an OSCE chairman. Let's get more on this from RT's Matt Trezum. Well, Matt, what's President Putin's idea of how to get Ukraine out of its deepening crisis?
Well, he made several suggestions at the press conference that he held with the current chairman of the OSCE. He did claim that it is the West who is supporting an illegitimate coup in Kiev, and said that that ultimately led to tragedies like the one that the world saw recently in Odessa.
When our colleagues in Europe and the US drive the situation into deadlock, they shift responsibility onto Moscow. Those who committed the coup and those who supported these actions shall hold responsibility for the situation in Ukraine. Those who supported these actions financially, politically, and through media and other means have driven the situation to the tragedy that took place in Odessa.
Now, Putin stressing during this press conference that speaking both sides to each other, dialogue, open dialogue between Kiev and between the groups in the east of the country was the only way forward in this crisis to resolving the matter satisfactorily. Putin saying that Moscow wants far-right radical groups in the country to lay down their arms, and saying that Russia wants all the interests of all citizens in Ukraine to be taken into account in moving the country forward. He did blame the interim government in Kiev for not doing enough to get the far-right radical groups in the country to lay down their weapons and end their role in the conflict. And he suggested also that the pro-autonomy referendum that is scheduled in Donetsk for the 11th should be postponed.
We ask the representatives of southeastern Ukraine and pro-federalization supporters to postpone the referendum on the region's autonomy, scheduled for the 11th of May this year.
And finally, for his part, the Swiss leader, who is also the chairman of the OSCE, Mr. Burkhalter, said that the OSCE is urging a halting of all hostilities in Ukraine and promising to offer its own roadmap to peace in the region. Marina?
All right, Matt, thanks very much for this. Matt Trezum reporting there for us.